Okay, your question to me was, why is marijuana not legal but alcohol is? How much money do you think they make from prisons? Did you know that almost most of our prisons are private traded companies? That means they're privately owned companies. That means they're traded on the stock market for money. And they get a certain amount of money for every single prisoner that they keep. The more prisoners, the more money. So pretty much prisoners are equaling profit. So when prisoners equal profit, that's no bueno. So we have to think about this. If I was going to legalize marijuana, what would that do to my profit? If I can lock someone up for 20 years for a gram or 20 years for an ounce, what would that do to my profit? And these are big companies. These are privately traded companies. The elite have their hands in these stocks, okay? You have to understand this. This is way bigger than just alcohol versus marijuana. And that post that I was posting has to do more about our system that we live in, that we have created this system where jail is the answer, our prison system is the answer. We have a mental health issue here in America. We fix it with prisons. We have a drug-related issue here in America. We'll fix it with prisons. We have a homeless issue here in America. They put them in prisons. So America needs to get out of the way of thinking that prison is the way to go. That's what the post was mostly about. The idea that to fix our economic policies, to fix the not corruption, but to fix the problems of society, that prisons have been our go-to thing. But going back to the marijuana versus alcohol thing, if you were a multi-trillion-dollar family and you got most of your money from prisoners, would you want to make 75% of your piggy banks, let them go? Would you want to let them go? You probably wouldn't, would you? You wouldn't. I wouldn't. If that means I had to release almost millions and millions of prisoners and lose billions and billions of dollars, I wouldn't do that. That's greed. It's greed. It's all about greed. And then also, they don't want to make marijuana legal because that also, not just for smoking, paper resources, housing resources, medicine. You know what it would do to the cancer industry? THC, there's a girl in Toronto, Canada, who's been shrinking the size of her tumor by taking THC concentration supplements, like oil that she has been using. It's not weed, it's not smoking weed, it's just THC. But think about that. It's documented. It cures it. It takes it away. It fixes the whole problem. It fixes almost everything. It fixes so many medical problems. But if it was legalized, also comes back to money. How many billions and billions and trillions of dollars would they lose? They would lose a lot. And it goes way into worse. It goes way far into more things. I mean, you could probably think I'm crazy talking about the elite and their families and but they exist, whether you want to believe it or not. And there are people out there who control this world. And that is why marijuana is still illegal and alcohol isn't. Alcohol causes more damage. It disrupts the family. It tears the family apart. It creates chaos. Marijuana brings people together. It makes people talk. It sparks ideas. It makes people think for themselves. And that is why it's still illegal. So there you go. That's what I wanted to say. And I appreciate you talking about that I post stuff. I know we don't agree on a lot of stuff, but we don't see eye to eye, but I respect your opinions and stuff like that. And we agree. I mean, your beliefs or things that you say always are encompassed in mine. I just kind of sometimes explain it a little different because it's hard for me to, I don't know. Anyways, but usually we're good. But anyways.